This doctor allegedly sexually assaulted a 70-year-old patient, and he was just recently arrested on a charge of rape, drop the G. So this is former Dr. Guy Peebles, and he is reportedly 65 years old. He is now facing a rape charge after he allegedly sexually assaulted a 70-year-old female patient inside her hospital room at Baptist Health Medical Center, which is in Conway, Arkansas. According to reports, the alleged assault took place on November 10th of this year, and it was witnessed by a virtual sitter of the hospital who was monitoring the patient through a video live feed. He was eventually terminated from the hospital, thank goodness, on the next day, November 11th, after the assault. So according to the arrest affidavit, the assault happened on the morning of November 10th, and it was while the victim was bedridden after she had had a hernia operation. The virtual sitter who was monitoring the patient noted that she saw a little bit of odd and concerning behavior, or a lot of it, I should say. It was said that the doctor entered the patient's room, and to begin with, nothing seemed odd or out of the ordinary. But then the sitter became concerned when she saw the doctor holding the patient's hand pretty close to his body, and he then allegedly started to sexually assault her. The nurse told authorities that she then turned the sound on the video and heard the doctor make several inappropriate comments to the victim, including, "You have to hurry up and get discharged so the real fun can start." So that sitter, or the virtual nurse, then reportedly contacted and notified her supervisor, and police were then contacted later on that same day on November 10th. Officers then interviewed the victim there at the hospital, and at first it was said she was a bit hesitant or scared to speak to them. But she did later end up telling the investigators what happened, and she said that the doctor told her, "Hurry up and get better so we can be together." The affidavit stated that the victim was extremely upset and shocked when she told authorities what happened. She also said that during the assault, she asked the doctor what he was doing. She said she doesn't know why she was targeted by the doctor. On November 11th, the next day, hospital administrators had a meeting with the doctor, and he allegedly admitted to the allegations, but he tried to claim that the sexual contact was consensual. Yeah, right. He was then terminated, and the hospital reportedly said his conduct was reprehensible. Then, on November 14th, a judge issued a warrant for his arrest, and that was on the felony charge of rape, drop the G. Then, on November 17th, the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office and the Conway Police Department issued an alert to the public saying that he was wanted by the U.S. Marshals Service Fugitive Task Force. A wanted poster was then released that same day on the 17th, and he was then classified as an international flight risk. According to reports, investigators found a vehicle that belonged to the doctor in Mississippi, and that then caused them to expand their search outside of Arkansas. U.S. Marshals reportedly got several tips about possible sightings of the doctor. The next day, on November 18th, his attorney contacted authorities and told them that he planned to surrender, and he did end up surrendering himself, turning himself in on that day on November 18th. At his initial court appearance on November 19th, a judge reportedly set his bond at $5 million and ruled strict conditions, including GPS monitoring and surrendering his passport and staying in the state of Arkansas. He also ended up surrendering his Arkansas medical license on November 20th. He had reportedly been practicing medicine in the state since 1993. This is sick, and it makes you wonder just how many times this happens and goes unnoticed, or the suspects just don't get turned in. I pray that justice is served. For more true crime, be sure to follow and subscribe over on YouTube.